What's going on YouTube? Achilles here, and today we are revisiting my mono black mid-range deck. This time around with the new setup, we're trying one copy of Savanti Romero times Exile, which is a legendary creature, and of course it's a demon, so it goes hand in hand with Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber. And this is a very interesting 5-drop. It says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on Savanti Romero. Then you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of counters on Savanti Romero. So this card's really good. You could argue that it making us lose life could be a problem, but with Unholy Annex, we'll start gaining life. And of course, this is a demon, so these cards will just balance each other out. And even if they just spot remove it at some point, at the beginning of combat, you're going to draw a card, so it technically just replaces itself. And it has trample, so if our opponent can't answer this, then it'll be really good for us. So the rest of the deck plays a full playset of Bloodletter of Aclazotz, full playset of Soulstone Sanctuary, full playset of the Firdoch Core, and of course 4 Ritual Chamber that's attached to Unholy Annex. So we have a bunch of demons to gain life with Unholy Annex. The only non-demon creature that we're playing is Unstoppable Slasher, which doesn't need an explanation why it's in here. It's just so powerful, especially with the Bloodletter, and if they try to remove it, it's coming right back. The rest of the deck has plenty of things to do on turn 1. We have 8 turn 1 hand hate cards with Duress and Intimidation Tactics, some spot removal with Requiting Hex, and 2 Ghost Vacuum to take advantage of all those decks that use the graveyard. Plus, even if our opponent's not even playing a graveyard deck, we could use the Ghost Vacuum on our own creatures, and then later get rid of it for 6 mana, and then we have a bunch of 1/1s of our creatures. We have some extra removal with Strategic Betrayal, plus we could exile our opponent's graveyard, which is always a plus. With our lands, we have a full play set of Realm of Koh, and 2 Fountainport to make a bunch of creature tokens, so we could put pressure on our opponent. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. If you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every week. And if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos. And a big shout out to our level 2 member Kyreel. I appreciate the support. Let's go right into these games. If we could find a 3rd land, then I'm going to say this hand's really good. But if we're stuck on 2 lands, not so much. Alright, that's not a land. Ah, there's some good cards you got there. At least we know what they're playing. So here's the problem. We don't have a 3rd... okay, never mind. I was going to say we don't have a 3rd swamp to go for Bloodletter next turn. And, problem solved by just drawing a swamp right now. But now, instead of Bloodletter, do we go for Core? Yeah, we'd be risky and just go for the Bloodletter. If they have a Strategic Betrayal, so be it. But just establishing this on the board is really nice. Interesting. They think I'm going to block it. But I mean, listen, if that's the only move you have, then so be it. How about double Unholy Annex? Is that the move? Core, then Unholy Annex? Yeah, just in case if they get rid of Bloodletter. That's enough to do it. Okay, we get to go first, and Duress is going to be your best friend right now. So let's duress our opponent, see what they got. Absolutely nothing. Goodness. Coming in swinging. And a leyline weaver. Very fancy. Alright, well, we're gonna make them have to answer the unstoppable slasher. How will they go about this? If they have another land, they could play their 4-drop and then the... Okay, they're gonna do 3 damage. I think we're gonna have to go for another unstoppable slasher now. So our opponent's not playing around, as you can see. And we're also gonna have to get rid of the weaver, because no extra mana for you. We gotta make it a little bit difficult for them. So if we do this, we only have 3 mana. So by playing this Bloodletter, then they have to block this unstoppable something, probably the Firebrand. Really? Ah, the double block. Classic. Is that the move? So what's good about this is now they have to deal with the other slasher. And they're in a bad position at the moment. Turn 1 Chocobo, not too bad. Let's see what's in their hand. If they go for Esper Origins, then not only are we going to go for the Hex, but we could also use the Vacuum on the Origins, which is pretty good. As we try another Vacuum. Okay, that's good. We got another swamp, but if we want to go for Bloodletter next turn, we're going to need to draw another swamp. Can we do it? That's the real question. Well, that's not a swamp. I think Duress in the middle of the game, or at least a few turns in, isn't going to be that good because they're already going to play their Earthbender Ascension and this and that, so maybe the best thing we could hit is like a Snakeskin Veil or something. Yeah, we're definitely going to need this swamp, guys. Well, it's not a swamp, but it's still pretty useful if you ask me. Do I play another Ghost Vacuum because I can? Of course. Why not? This is gonna hurt. 6 damage. Oh, really? You're not gonna swing with that? Interesting. So we have 6 mana to use. Unfortunately, we can't go for Bloodletter and the Slasher. This will deal more damage to our opponent, though. Plus, of course, we could block whatever they throw at us, or at least their current board we could deal with. Actually, you know what? You could argue I should have just went for Ritual Chamber instead. And then we probably could have won for the following turn. Which is kind of a misplay on my end. Because if I swung for 6 with the demon next turn while Bloodletter's on the board, then that would have been 12 plus the 2 they're going to take. That's 14, and actually they might have been at 2. At least Ghost Vacuum helps us out a little bit with their land trying to return. What is the card that they drew, though? That's the real question. That's a good card. That's an even better card. Oh man, it's getting intense. And that has reach on it too, which is wild. Really? Is that the move? Oh, because then they'll trigger the landfall. Yeah, it'd be crazy if we block those forests, guys. These, on the other hand, not so much. It's fine. Another Bloodletter, that's insane. Alright, well, I mean, the choice is obvious right now. They have to block the 6/6 with the green shell. But I think they lose either way because the double Bloodletter plus Unholy Annex is pretty insane. It's a lot of damage. It's double trouble. They choose to do it that way. I wish we had a turn 1 card to use, but the rest of our hand is pretty good. And they're playing the Jeskai control deck, it looks like. Or it could be the 4-color one. Either way, it's still going to be a problem, especially when we have all this removal in our hand. We're kind of just dependent on the Firdoch Core and Unholy Annex at this point. I'm going to get this going right now. They're probably going to counter this. Oh, look at that, they didn't. But they have a braid, how dare they? Let's take a look in their hand. It's a lot of good cards. They have another braid. They can't get rid of the Bloodletter that easy, though. I mean, sure, they could just use Ultima next turn, but they'll waste their whole turn. Once they go for that Jeskai Revelation, though, they're going to be in business. And if they do, we'll just hex away one of their cards. Oh yeah. And it begins. We'll gain 4 life. They're going to probably end up using the braid, though. You already know. Duress is going to be definitely very useful. So they stock up, trying to see how to approach the rest of the turn. Maybe finding another Jeskai Revelation. You're definitely going to braid the core, though. That is a fact for sure. Alright, before we do anything, we have to go for the Duress. The random lightning helix, why not? No targets, very fancy. But they don't really have much going on. I mean, they have a good Wan Chi Tong play. But besides that, we could deal with this. What's nice is we could force them to go for Wan Chi Tong with Intimidation Tactics, but they're like, yeah, we're just going to play this now. I think they should have been more reactive. I mean, even if I didn't have this, but we still get it. I really hope we could find some lands, but we could pick apart their hands early on. If they're even playing creatures or artifacts, but hopefully they are. Not a fan of the double ghost vacuum, though. We'll exile that. That card is a problem. Sephiroth is another problem. They might end up seam ripping the Ghost Vacuum, but little do they know we have another one. I think we will hold up our Hex. We'll try to make him use the seam rip. Alright, now we're in business, guys. Might as well just go for another Ghost Vacuum. Show them we're not playing around. Oh my god, no way. Gotta love it. Alright. Not too bad. We have the classic Unstoppable Slasher into Bloodletter combo. If, of course, we could find that 4th land. Okay, they're playing the Reanimator deck. So check it out, guys. If they just commit more to milling for the graveyard, we should win next turn. And even if they did something else, we have the Betrayal to get rid of their graveyard, putting them back to square one. Interesting. Well, might as well try. We're playing 3 steps, which is crazy. Usually these decks don't play 3 steps, but this guy has other plans. But will he expect the second Bloodletter? Yeah. Poor guy doesn't know it's coming. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comment section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.